Welcome to Fiddler Talk. I'm your host, Saber Main, with Reaper1. All right, super excited.
That's not my middle name.
It is.
It is now. Like it to be. I would like it to be. I hate my middle name, so you know.
Uh-oh, Billy O, here we go again. I lost you.
You lost me.
Okay.
I have you.
Here we go. Swag. I think this is going to be like a normal thing for us now, you know? All right,
I don't know. I hope not.
You good?
Yeah, I have you perfectly.
Wow. All right, so
it's not even buffering. Like you're in the picture perfectly.
Wow, weird. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that video that we had going. Look at there's the teleporter again, teleporting around. Okay, so if you had not linked yourself to true emptiness, you will never understand the art of peace. I felt like that was a good saying. I like that because when you get to true emptiness, right? So
I've always been empty.
Oh man, always been empty. Pretty much. So we are going to do kind of like a little interview, a pre into where we're going. I actually learned something significant is something huge, right? So that's what we're going in with this month, right? So I got something.
Yes, sir.
I want to challenge some of you guys. You guys want to change your career? This book right here. Go read this book. It's not that long. It probably will take you maybe an hour to actually sit down and read fully.
I have a question.
But what's that question?
Is it about a mouse whose cheese got moved?
It is. Have you heard the story?
Is his name No, I haven't heard the story. I'm being facetious.
Oh man, I don't know, but it really is. It's about a mouse, and so it's about a mouse and little people. And basically, what I'm going to give a quick summary is learning that you still got to move with the cheese. So definitely go in, read that book. Highly recommend it. But let's get into this episode. Are you ready, Reaper1? Are you ready for what I'm going to throw on you? Are you excited?
So I wasn't born ready, but I am currently ready, yes. And I think I'm like mid-level excited. I'm it could go either or right now. So, you know.
Let's get started. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Bangladesh.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So it's hard to tell where I see myself in 5 years. It's changed significantly throughout the last 2 years. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have told you that as soon as I get out, I'm going on tour with my band. And then that band broke up. And, then so I was going to start a family, and then the family thing didn't happen. So a lot of stuff has changed in my life. Where I'd like to see myself in 5 years is record out with the band, working on a second record, and doing tours. I would like to see myself having 15 to 30 clients for the record label and making money with the record label. And I would like to see myself living. I'm not sure if I'm still going to live in Florida. I think I am, but I would like to see myself living in my own place and not renting anymore.
Okay, so here's another one. I want to know. So have you written down what you visualize for those 5 years?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn it.
Not everything, because things kind of change, but I've written... Oh, we just lost Saber Main. Awkward. And he's back.
All right, so
that was awkward.
Yeah, it really was. I bet it was. Uh, it was. I don't know why when we record, it decides to snow. You know,
I don't know. I don't think it's my end. I think it's probably your end, but that's okay.
I think it is my end.
I'm sorry, people.
Yes, we will get this fixed as soon as possible.
Can't fix the weather.
I will figure out a new way to connect so that we quit breaking in and out. Let's get that fixed right there. All right. So have you written down what you visualized like for the 5 years? Have you written it down in a book or anything?
So, not really in a book, no. But I have written down most of my goals. Most of them. So not really. It's hard to explain, right? Because I got my whiteboard above me here, and I have my my phone, my notes.
Okay.
But things as a musician and personally, they change so much for me that it's kind of always updating, which is why I kind of only use the whiteboard.
Okay. So let's get into the next question. How do you plan to get there?
So I've got the 3 years with the job bill, and I just started, right? So I've got about 3 years of schooling. So I'm going to take as many classes as I can and meet as many people and connect as much as I can, because connections and networking is the best possible thing for like to do anything. Networking is the most important thing you'll ever do in any regard, right? So
yes,
I really plan on networking these next 3 years, learning as much as I can about the business. Not only am I going to classes in a college to learn from that, but that's my source of income. So I don't have to work right now. So since I don't have to work right now, I'm spending all of my time learning and all of my time studying and all of my time really, really taking in what I can, right? I'm taking mixing classes online. I'm taking business classes in school, and I'm taking, musical classes in school. And I'm doing my own musical things outside of school. Lots of projects I've got going right now. My father recently just got a welder, and we're going to toy around and try to build a water phone. So that'll be pretty cool. Nice. If you don't know what a water phone is, it's...
You're good. You're good.
No. You were talking. I interrupted you.
Oh, no. So, all right, I got something for you for your welding. You talked about networking. We actually
not my welding.
No, yeah. Well, since you want to learn a little bit about welding and whatnot.
Oh no, that's not what I was saying.
Okay, go on.
You misunderstood. We're going to. He recently got a welder.
Okay.
He knows how to weld, of course. We're going to build a water phone, which is a musical instrument, and it's what they use to get horror movie sounds.
Oh, okay.
Super cool instrument.
Quick question. Are you going to bring back your horror movie that you guys were starting?
Absolutely. 100%.
Nice. I
need the guys here, of course,
Yes. So, when that comes back, we talk about networking, we talk about a lot of that. And if you guys didn't know, Sundance Festival is here in Park City, Utah. Great place to go. Great place to see a lot of movies like being premiered and about to come out and stuff. So great place to go to really network your I guess people skills and expand and get knowledge that way too. So I got a project for me now. I got a project when they come out here. I think they come during spring, and I'll go down there and see what I can do for you. Questions on the welding. By the way, there is a guy that does watch us. I'm going to use his nickname. It's Bama. Some of you guys do know who Bama is. He is a welder.
Alabama?
I think he's a traveling welder. He's from there. Oh, okay. That's why we call him Bama.
Oh, is he? Nice. I see.
So, all right. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. So I've got a lot of musical projects in the wind right now. Currently, if not in place, going to be in place. Violin, trying to build the water phone, playing
Yeah.
and practicing guitar and piano and drums and all that kind of stuff. And I've got my own musical pieces I'm doing. I've got my band's musical pieces we're doing. I've got another band's musical pieces I'm doing, plus all of the Fossilized Records, clients and all that kind of stuff. So I've got a lot musically on my plate. And right now, all I really need is time to slowly incorporate everything that I learn and know.
Nice. So I'm actually typing in right now because I decided in this quick second, you said something that was really interesting, and you talked about how your source of income is coming from going to school.
Yes.
And you're a veteran, and you got a source of income coming from school. So I think that would be a great episode to go over and talk about how that works as a veteran when you get out the military, and how you could expand and use that to go to school. I think that'd be a great episode to get into. Okay.
Or a little, we'll do a 20-minute short or something like that.
Yes. So let's get into the next one. And you kind of covered it, because it was like, what are you doing right now to get there? Because you have your plan, you talked about your plan, and then you kind of talked about what you're doing right now to.
It's a forever evolving plan, unfortunately.
Okay, so I want to break up this like seriousness a little bit. Tell me a story about your car.
The Camaro.
Yes, I want to hear a great story. Any car, actually. Any car.
Okay,
great story about any car you got.
I've got a lot of stories, right? So I have a 1979 RS Camaro, and I had recently just did an engine swap with a 400 FBC completely bored over, so I think it's like a 408, and stroked, right? So, right, it was in the barracks. I bought the 86 Camaro, which had the 400 SBC inside of it, and the transmission and all that stuff. And I had them both sitting in the barracks parking lot doing the swap, right? Yeah, I'm totally allowed to do that, right? Yeah. So they're sitting in there with my bike. Leadership was not happy. That was back when I was in Comanche. They were not happy I was taking up 2 parking spots. So eventually,
don't forget, right in front of their troop too.
Oh yeah, no, I mean you have to, right? Nobody messed with it though. That was the point part.
Yeah.
So finally, MPs come over, tag the red car, and it's like, you gotta get out of here, right? So I called a buddy, got it towed over to my drummer's house, and got the Camaro, drove the Camaro over there, and started doing the actual swap, because the engine had some issues with it that I was working on, right? So, military, you can never do anything fully. So, it took me like a year and a half to do the swap, because you're waiting on parts and you're waiting to go do stuff, and you're in the field and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, about halfway through this experience, right, it's been sitting for about 3 months. My drummer calls me and says, "Hey, I've got, like family and friends coming over. I need the blue Camaro out of here. Like, I don't have the space for it right now." He's like, "Just for the night." I was like, "Oh no, like this thing is not ready to
Here we go again.
It doesn't have a transmission in it." So basically what happened is we had another buddy who lived probably like 3 or 4 blocks down. It's probably about a mile, maybe. maybe a little less. And I asked him, like, "Hey, if I like park the Camaro right here in the street," he's like, yeah, you're good, man. Like, go for it. So I'm pushing this thing. Door open, middle of the street, just pushing. And I put my speaker in the seat and I played on repeat. I can't remember who sings it. It's my bad, right? But it's the Jackass theme song. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. So I'm playing this song like on the loudspeaker in my car, just pushing this thing in the middle of the street, and people are like, "What the?" And it's just the song just put it all together, right? Because I'm just like, it's the middle of summer, man. I'm drenched in sweat, just pushing this Camaro, listening to this song over and over and over again. Funniest thing in the world. So that's probably the funniest funniest story I have.
Oh, man.
You know, I guess I have a few other stories. Probably none that I can think of right now. I'm trying to think.
You know what? All right, so what you should do, because you're going to be editing this, when we, as you're talking about that song, you should play it really light behind you talking.
That's copyright.
Hey, not if we say who's from, right?
I don't remember though.
Hey, that's why the magic thing's called the internet, right?
Yeah, right. No, it was a good story though. I ended up pushing it there, and like I got like 15 feet away, and he like looked out his window. He was like, "Come out!" and started yelling at me like, "Man, you could have called me. I would have helped you push this thing." No, I was determined to do it by myself.
You're like, I got this.
Here's another funny story. So, what was wrong with the engine is the kid who had it, he grinded out the flex plate. So, I had to replace it, right? So, you had to drop the transmission and, you know, do all that kind of stuff, right? And I'm trying to get this transmission, and it probably weighs 200 pounds, 250 pounds, back into this car by myself, right? They had all been like let go, and I'm down there just kind of messing with it myself. And so I'm in there, and I've got 2 pieces of wood. I've got the jack, and I've got another 2 pieces of wood, right? So I slide under there, right? And I'm just laying, hold on, let me back up. Slide under there, and I'm holding this transmission up, and I just kind of like let the jack go slowly and like kicked it up, and I'm holding this thing, man. I'm holding this thing with my legs and stuff. I'm holding it up, and I'm like working it in there, and it's got the jack on it on the end, right? Because I wasn't gonna get rid of it completely, right? And I'm working it up in there, and I get it up, and I get it in there, and I'm trying to get a bolt in there, and I'm working, and I guess I don't know, because it was raining a little bit. Some of the Dextron 6, which is a transmission fluid, it had seeped out of this thing and covered my hands, and I just slipped, right? So this transmission, it's probably like 200 pounds, man. It dropped directly on my chest, bounced a little bit, and slid its way under the car. So now I am pinned under the car. It's car, transmission, Roberto, concrete. And red fluid, the red Dextron 6 just pours out. Right now I got a leg hanging out of the car, just into feet, and there's a bunch of red fluid just accompanying my body. And nobody was concerned. Nobody was concerned with this just probably dead guy under this car, bleeding out. Like, obviously it wasn't blood, but it looked bad. I finally like crawled my way out of there and got up. I'm covered in oil and Dextron 6. I'm just like, I'm going inside. I don't want to deal with this anymore. So that's another funny story. I specifically remember just nobody. People walked by me.
Dude, that's funny. Nobody even checked on you. No,
yeah.
Like,
nope.
He's fine.
He's probably alive.
I hear a little bit of moving. He's fine.
That's not a twitch, is it? Is that a twitch?
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, he's good. Let's continue moving. Man, the Bears are a wild place, right?
Oh man, the stories I could tell you.
All right. Yeah, let's mellow this back out. What are ways that you find to relax yourself? What's something you do that makes you relax?
Music. I listen to music. Yeah, I listen to music, which stresses me out because I'm like, man, I wish I could play like that. Man, I wish I could write like that. And then I'm stressed out again. But it's usually music. I don't play video games. Not very often, anyways. It's every once in a while. And you know, I'll sit with my wife and watch her shows and stuff like that with her. Like we just finished Yellowstone.
I heard.
So
I still haven't seen it. It's too trendy for me right now.
It's interesting that people find my old life so interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. in a way, because that was my old life, and everybody's like really interested in that. I'm just like, huh,
Excuse me.
that's weird.
You're like, huh, I know this. So yeah, I haven't actually got into that. So you say
Not
music's
bad.
like,
I actually recommend it.
okay, I'll probably have to. Everyone keeps on telling me I should check it out. They'll tell me I like it, but I just been one not to really get into it. By the way, just putting this out there, we did not plan to match. It just kind of happened, right?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, this is a little weird that we're both wearing blue. His wife pointed this out while we were getting all set up. Before, we'll just hop in this. What has been the hardest thing you had to overcome this year so far?
This year so far, that is a great question. It really is. Working out.
So I think I would say probably because of what I have known from this last, I say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say it's this move that you just did, moving in to your apartment and getting school figured out. I think that would probably been one of your hardest things that you had.
Yeah, that was. Well, it wasn't really because I can figure stuff out, but the hardest part for me to overcome was, man, I'm tired. I barely ate, and it's late. I don't want to go to the gym.
So,
even though I love the gym, that would be what was getting to me, right? Because I can figure out school stuff, and it's that stressful. But something that I really love is the gym. And something that I really believe in is being healthy and working out and keeping a body in minimum in working capacity. And it was hard for me to hit the gym every day. So I'd say probably hitting the gym in that aspect,
Okay. So what was the hardest thing that you had to overcome in your life?
Ooh. I was seriously depressed for a few years of my life. And I think it had a lot to do with just my mindset. And Korea was a pretty bad spot for me. That whole mindset. And I think that would be it. Was the darkness of who I really am. So just figuring out that I may be an evil person and there may be nothing I can actually do about it.
Okay. So at what point?
But the Lord's got me. So
yeah. So you had to find a way that you basically had to accept and adapt and overcome that.
Yeah, especially the depression part, man. It happens to everybody, and it happens to everybody in life, right? Everybody in life at some point gets really, really depressed. And the sad thing about today's society is that most people, when they get that way now, they just hop on pills or drugs or accept it and defeat,
Yeah, I do agree with that. I don't agree with taking anything from Big Pharma. I refuse to do it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I say the gym heals the body and heals the mind. It makes you do challenging things. Releases different kind of dopamines and stuff like that. So continue staying in it.
That reminds me of a great point, right? So I didn't work out until I was 21. I didn't start working out until April of 2021. And I didn't do it on myself, right? My best buddy in the whole wide world, Eli, shout out, he just knocked on my door one day. It's like, hey, me and Ben are going to the gym. You're coming. It's basically what he did, right?
Oh, he didn't let you stay in the basement.
So, I started going to the gym. He gave me a pair of sweatpants because I didn't have any pants or any shorts to work out in. He just gave me a pair of his, right? He was all encompassing. He gave me pre-workout that they had. They gave me this stuff, right? And Ben, right? Shout out to Ben. He sat there for every single repetition that I did and would correct my form physically. I was terrible. At one point, like, it was a sandwich, man. Eli was pushing me from the front, then was pushing me from behind. They were trying to get my form like perfect.
Yeah.
And they did that, right? And the level, and I can't say this enough, right? The level of confidence, happiness, and motivation that came to me from just a few weeks of working out is incredible.
So, one thing about the gym, and I think this is what kind of gets everyone off the gym train, is because when you're working out, you expect the results right away. You want that gratification right off the bat. Well, the gym's not going to give you that gratification, so you're going to have to learn how to wait. And the longer you work at it, the more you will see potential. It's not an easy thing. And then once you start hitting those, like, you get that gratification throughout the years. Like, it's crazy what it does to the mind. And at this point, it's not an obsession. It's a passion. It's more of a passion.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So
it's just, I have never felt like the confidence and the sheer happiness, like that it just swells over you. You're a whole different person when you do this. Like, when you actually get serious about it, you eat right and you work out for a few months, it changes you completely. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really does. I say that, like, you want to heal, you want to get better, go to the gym. All right. I took it to the next level. I got sick and tired of just lifting weights. I like lifting weights. I like doing that, but I'm not a runner or anything. I go do jiu-jitsu, and I go get beat up quite often. So I enjoy that. Like,
I think that's is that April or June that we got a combat sport for the Fiddler initiative. It's in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So people be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a good one.
I think that would be a great one. I should start making some videos for our TikTok while I'm in the gym. Watch me get beat up. Watch me get pinned by all these.
I would love to see
people.
that.
It is great. But I do have a friend. She got to fight February 18th out there in Oregon. Great fighter. Can't wait to see her fight. And if she fights, we're going to put her video on here. I do have another buddy that just went through a fight named Robbie. Shout out to you, Robbie. Freaking beast in the still fist. So, hey, look, go look up still fist on YouTube. You can find your amateur fights here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Some great fights, some great fighters out there, some people out there making it happen. And hopefully we get to see them get to the next level. Can't wait to see Robbie hit that level. So
back on the educational standpoint, man, I want to know, and I'm sure everybody else wants to know, right? So you have this, what is the best way to figure out your 5-year plan, then?
Yes,
for you, what is the best way to figure that out?
So my 5-year plan. All right, so I kind of wrote this down a little bit here and there. My 5-year plan is, one, I want to make sure our podcast is really taking off. I'm hoping that in the next 5 years, I will be fighting in some kind of I want to do the Army Combat Tournament. So hopefully in the next 5 years, I'll be over there fighting with the Army Combat Tournament down in Georgia. And really just having this podcast take off, having our foundation take off, and being able to get more of our brothers and sisters working in with us. And we have different kind of segments, and we're working close together with some other foundations and other people that, by the way, I have emailed them, working out, trying to get things put into them, and networking.
So how did you so my real question is, how did you figure out that this is what you wanted for those 5 years? How did you really come to that conclusion?
So,
because my answer is God, right? God told me, hey, I want you to do this. So that's what I'm doing, right? So I want to know, I'm a man of God. That's from my standpoint. What about your standpoint? Yeah. How did you get to that conclusion?
So what kind of pushed me to get to where I believe in this podcast and I believe in this, where I want to be. It's just one day, man, I just sat there, I woke up and I was like, I'm not doing what I want to do and I'm not where I want to be. So I need to figure where I want to be. And that's when I sat there and I started marking things down. I was like marking them down, checking it. Like, all right, I like this. I like doing this and I like doing this, but I'm not doing those. So how can I do those? All right, I'm passionate about this and I'm passionate about that. All right, how can I incorporate my passions with stuff I like to do and be there to put it out there for other people to learn, and how I can give them what I know in my brain and what I know from all my networking systems out to them so they can improve their lives. And I get to watch them be successful because that's what I like to see. I like seeing other people succeed. So I knew that was
so you just got the itch one day to make this plan. Okay.
Yeah. Just one day I was like,
that.
I got to make a change. Something got to change and I got to make that change because no one else is going to do it other than me. So for future, right? For the future, for people wanting to better their future and to plan their future and then achieve that, what is the first thing that you would do? Let's say theoretically, right? You hit your head in a jiu-jitsu match, lose all your memory completely. It never comes back. And you kind of get home and you sell your stuff because you have no idea, why you have it in the first place. And you're starting in an empty apartment from ground zero. And you're like, okay, I need to make a 5-year plan so I can figure out who I am. Like, what's your first move? So my first move, basically finding out what's making me empty. Like, that's why I said that quote's pretty good. Finding out what's empty inside me and how can I fill it. Well, the one I found out is I have some great people, great support around me. Next.
So so in this scenario, man, you have no friends anymore, no family, you have nothing right now. You're in an empty apartment, amnesia. Like, what's your first actual move?
All right. First thing you're gonna ask yourself, you're in that position, you have nothing. Are you happy at the position you're at right now? No? Okay. Go to the next stage. You're not happy? Well, what makes you happy? All right, well, these are my passions. This is what puts me in a happy place. Okay. Now that I hit that happy place, now I know what makes me happy. What can I do to succeed those? How can I make that successful?
So
how can I turn that into...
I don't think you understand the actual question. I want to know, physically, what are you going to go out and do to start achieving stuff? You know what I mean?
Basically, all right, so...
Does that make more sense?
Yeah, so going out physically to go out and achieve something, I say just go do it. What do I have to lose?
Well, you have no idea what to do because you have no memory. You have no ambitions anymore because you don't know anything, right? You have no memory whatsoever of who you were or what your ambitions are. And you're stuck in an empty apartment. All you have is, your birth certificate and your social security number. What are you going to go do to start achieving success?
Dude, I'm telling you, happiness will drive you.
What if you don't know what happiness is? What if you have no idea?
But you have something in you that when you're not doing something right, when you have that in you, when you're doing something, you're like, this doesn't feel right. I need to change this. You have that inside you. And everyone has it. So you need to, when that happens, are you just going to sit there and continue doing the thing? It's like when you go somewhere, and you're in a store and you pick something up and when you're a kid and you're going to go steal, you're like, I know this is wrong and this is not right. And you feel it you're like, this is wrong. And then if you continue to do it, what happens? You get in trouble. You're aware of that. But if when you go and pay for it, you're like, my hard-earned money pays for this, and you feel more accomplished. So you kind of have that feeling Do you want to feel accomplished, or do you just want to have that bad feeling just hanging over you repeatedly?
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. I like that. Find your happiness. That's a good. Unless that happiness is something really illegal, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Why would you do that? Okay, so let's get into. Let's see.
This episode's all over the place.
It's a little bit all over the place. We're trying to break it up a little bit and try to keep it a little bit funny and away from the seriousness as much. We kind of want to keep a little jokes in it. I know. All right.
Oh no! If you would have seen my wife here was just crawling on the floor to the other room. She wasn't in the camera. She was on all fours, man.
Oh my. Man,
I saw something out of my eye. I'm like, I don't have a cat. What the? Oh, never mind.
What? All right, man, your wife is something. Okay,
yeah.
So let's get into this next part. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, this is great. I would have the ability to make people go numb at will. So, it's a really overpowered ability, right? So, like, you're running. Legs instantly go numb. Just like, right? Or gun to my head. You're like, I'm gonna, hands numb. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, I can just imagine the people running. All of a sudden they're running. Down.
Looking spaghetti. Oh no, arms numb. I can't do anything. It would be. It's the pettiest superpower I could think of.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was at that point, you might as well run in the Olympics and everything. You might as well do every sport. Be like, oh, you're going to shoot? Numb. Oh, you're going to throw the ball? Numb. Oh, you think you're going to make numb.
You're in an important class and, people are trying to pay attention. Oh, the eyelids? Oh no, I can't lift them up. What's going on? That'd be really funny. You're public speaking, you're talking, and all of a sudden your whole mouth. Can't talk anymore.
That's funny. That's actually, I never even thought about that. That's a good one.
That is my superpower. What is your superpower?
I would say the power to switch things.
What do you mean?
I could just, so I could basically put my hands on something and switch it to whatever I want.
Okay.
So just going around, just switching everything. Just go around, just hit the switch.
I've heard a lot of funny ones. I was like,
I never even thought of that. One's a good one.
I heard somebody wanted to secrete chicken Alfredo from their palm to their hand.
That would be kind of funny. Just go around and watch this. Yeah, I never even thought about that. I'm going to have to go in depth. In depth on that. That one's good.
I told you.
There's another one I heard. It's control matter. Be the person that controls the matter. And so basically you control everything.
That's just Magneto for everything.
Yeah, just like you. So I thought that was kind of cool.
I also I like the probability. Somebody's like, you have 90% probability. So, you want to do the lottery, it's 90% success rate. You want to do, running, you have 90% success rate. But there's always that 10% that could really screw you over.
Yeah.
I'm going to cook this pasta. It's got a 90% success rate, but 10%, I'm going to light the house on fire.
It's going to be good pasta.
That 10% is going to be bad if you end up getting that 10%.
Hey, I hope you enjoy the pasta, but say goodbye to our house.
on the off chance that you don't succeed, it's going to really, really fail. So that was a good one too. But I'm going to stick with the ability to control numbness.
No, I think that's good. I like that one. All right. Let's get into it. What is something you have failed at in your life?
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
I fail so many freaking times, man. It's crazy. I should be a much better guitar and piano player than I am right now. So I'm definitely failing at that. I failed at my first studio slot. I failed at that. My band went to go to the studio and it got canceled and stuff. That was a pretty big failure. That was a big hit for us. We didn't talk for the 3-hour car ride home.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was a big failure. Man, you name it. Anything I've done, whether it was on horseback, band, or things God's told me to do, man, I fail constantly.
Yeah.
Life ain't about failing, man. It's about failing and then getting back up and doing it until you succeed. That's the whole thing.
We're almost a year. It's almost been a year. I was on a motorcycle, and I'm guilty for this. I was going about 110 on a turn, and I'm thankful that I'm here because I hit the turn at 110, and the bike came from underneath me. It slid. It was at the low. It was the low end of the turn, and it slid underneath me, and I kind of got on top of the bike, and it threw me in the air, cracked my helmet on the ground. Everyone said I got up, and I ran, and then I collapsed. They thought I was just walking it off. No, man. Hey,
I got hit by a car. I was 11. I got hit by that car. I was a rodeo star, man. I got hit, flowing out of my shoes. Got up, hands in the air. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. I fell on the track. I fell in jiu-jitsu quite a bit. There's a lot of things in jiu-jitsu. There's a lot of moves these guys.
I would pay to see you get your butt kicked.
Dude, happens all the time.
Just so you know, I want to see it really bad.
Yeah, no, it happens all the time. There's a girl that weighs 100 pounds, soaking wet. I'm not gonna lie, she pins me.
Hey man,
it happens.
A big shout out to CJ McKinley, good friend, brother. He could be wasted, blackout drunk, and he'll just sit there. Somebody want to fight him, he'll just sit there, let him do whatever he wants. And then as soon as they slip up a little bit, that's it. Pin, done. And you're like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Man, the man is dangerous. So I can see, man, if they know what they're doing, it don't matter if they're a 100-pound girl.
Yeah.
You're in a match with her, she's going to kick your butt.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely. If they know what they're doing, they will. I fell in jiu-jitsu quite a bit, but I accept it, and I'm aware of it, and I learned from it. I fell in life, everyday life. I have my failures during my day, but I don't let that defeat me, and that shouldn't let you defeat you. So, failures is key of life, and you got to keep pushing forward. Always keep pushing forward. So,
we are out of time. So, what I really want to do right now is a big thank you to everybody who stays to the end of these videos and watches the whole thing. Thank you so much. And thank you to, we actually had quite a few, a whole 16 people watched our last episode, which was phenomenal. That's really cool.
Yes. Thank you.
We're moving up in the world.
Thank you for watching us. Yeah, also,
really.
Vieira.
Yeah, my boy.
Vieira.
My boy.
Thank you
it, so
for watching us. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for being a support. We miss our takers. I guess we can say that. We miss our tankers.
I miss my tankers.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Vieira, for tuning in. Thank you, everyone else that is tuning in. And
if you comment, we'll know your names. I'll shout you out. Just I gotta know your name,
Yeah, comment. You want to hear something?
My wife watches us. She's one of those. She watches the whole thing too.
She listens to us after we report.
She does. She does. So shout out to her.
Yeah, huge shout out. Thank you for watching
looking at
us.
me right now.
Sorry, hey, stop talking about me. But no, we do talk about her quite a bit in this. And I think
we do. Yep. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the YouTube is the big one. Go subscribe, please, to the YouTube channel. If you're watching the video, just hit the subscribe button. I don't care if you never watch us again. Just do it.
Yeah, just hit the subscribe.
I like the numbers, okay?
Hey, those numbers help our future and where we're going to go. And
yes, they do.
So this cannot happen without you guys. So thank you for doing everything that you're doing. And do reach out. Reach out to your buddies that are in the military. If you're in the military, go reach out to them. You're a veteran, reach out to them. Email us their names. So we will reach out to them for you, and we will talk to them, and we will see how they're doing. All right, let's change a life every single day. Let's keep that impact going. Love the energy from all you guys. hope you guys stay tuned and see where Fiddler Talk is going to go. So,
Reaper1 out.
Saber Main.